The boss ain't here.
That's okay. I just wanted a quick look.
Impossible. Without a court order, no one gets in.
Look, can't we work something out?
No way. I almost got fired 'cause of you, you know.
Nick Romsky was asking about you the other day.
Forget it, lady. It ain't gonna work. The boss ain't here.
That's okay. I just... Look.
No way. Forget it, lady.
Well, I can go in here.
Frankly...
This aluminum foil. Okay. I have aluminum foil.
A very useful thing.
Well, I have that too. Okay, let's just try taking all the stuff that we previously couldn't take. This was something we couldn't
I'll take
take.
it just...
Okay.
What would Nick do in...
I thought we might wrap that around
Otherwise-
that. Like a lens or something. I think we're gonna make... I think I know what we're gonna do. I think I know what we're going to do.
What would Nick do in my... How many times can I... If these statues could talk, what would they say about that Mel Gibson picture? What shall I do with... This isn't a good idea. Well, that was stupid. It's not this combination. Otherwise... Only... This isn't a good... This is a...
Okay. I think I'm gonna make a reflective surface that that makes the temperature sensor go off. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna do. I just need to figure out how to do it, because this game sucks as far as like actual execution of all the puzzles. Like, it sucks.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Oh, right here. Wow.
What now? For crying out loud.
I was just looking at this beautiful thing when the alarm went off.
All right already. Don't leave until I've done a round of the entire floor.
Okay, I'll just guard the entry then.
I'll guard the entry like a fox.
Shit, this is the poster. So Akero was coming here. If Akero used to come here, then drugs were here too. They arrived here inside the exhibits and were repacked here too. It doesn't seem likely that Warren knew nothing about it, and the porter? That's why Nick took an interest in him. Guess this is a packing table. It looks like James was also interested in this cabinet. I'll take it just in case. They don't fit together. It's not this common. How many times can I try the same thing?
Oh crap. I don't think I have everything I need. I think I needed to get something from the station. I think I needed the key to the cabinet, which I think it might be in here. I don't like that you can't grab stuff until you need it. That's one thing I don't like about this game. Like,
Irreplaceable.
Like this key here, I couldn't take it before because it didn't want me to progress. It didn't want me to open the cabinet. Even though I had the opportunity to open the cabinet, it didn't want me to, because it wanted me to wait until day whatever today is. I think mine was maybe a combination between Windows and my graphics card, like drivers. Like I think the problem is resolved now. But my computer would just freeze up for like a second.
There was white pollen on them.
Subway workers found next Vic, heart ripped out.
It's a message from Nick. How the hell? Our knife man's dead. I'll have to look into this ASAP. The 181st Street subway station. It was to here that the bum invited me. Could he murder? Nah, he's more the victim type. Low rent neighborhood. Can someone open up? A very useful thing.
Okay, that's a yoink. That doesn't seem like I should be taking that, but I did.
This was once a modern station.
All right, well, here's Officer something.
Hi, Jeff. What have we got here?
Jeff.
Same as last time. Am I Mr. Lucky or what?
Gutted?
Yep, wasn't such a surprise though. First time I saw a mess like that, I lost my lunch. Now I see it and think, what's for lunch?
Nice.
Nice. Real nice. So, who found the body?
There were some guys in renovating the place. One of them.
He know the Vic?
Don't think so.
Okay, let's take a look here.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Is it that one guy?
This is Joel Tatum, a local drunkard. Used to sleep around here.
Oh, it's that guy.
The autopsy will confirm Tatum's time of death. Unfortunately, Akero will probably dodge this one too. Are the thugs recruiting now? How's it going, Jeff?
No news is good news, Agent.
How's it going?
No news.
This is Joel Tatum. The autopsy will... Unfortunately, are the thugs I'll take it just in case.
A lighter. Okay. A lighter. I got a lighter. Nice.
irreplaceable equipment.
Bubbly cola. Okay.
Workman's tools left behind. How handy. A very useful thing. Someone used this newspaper to wipe the floor, maybe to obscure their footprints.
Ooh, take
I
that.
don't need it now.
What? To take it!
I don't
They're
need it now.
pliers. Those could be useful. Idiot. Man, I'm such a dumb FBI person.
Ventilation duct nearby. I can feel air movement. The screws are being blocked.
I mean, they're being blocked.
The screws are being...
They're being blocked by
The
what?
screws are being blocked. The screws are being... The screws are being... The screws...
What do you mean they're being blocked? I don't understand.
The screws are being blocked.
It looks like I could just unscrew them. They don't look like they're blocked to me.
The screws are being blocked. The screws are being blocked. The screws are... The screws are... This isn't a...
mean they're rusted? You mean they're rusted? Is that what you mean? Oh my god. Ew, look at it, look at it.
Ugh, bottles crawling with beasties.
Gross. Oh man, that's so gross. Bugs. Look at all those bugs. Oops, all bugs. Let's burn them up.
Well, that was.
Oh.
Otherwise, this is a now it should light up. Only without the stupid.
Oh, I see.
This is a
Oh, I'm gonna light it on fire. Oh! The bugs are like,
This looks
I don't
like the
like it.
proverbial message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. A note from a castaway. Unbelievable! Joel Tatum's Diploma of Fine Art from New York University.
Okay. Well, we did a thing. Why can
I
I
don't need
not
it
take
now.
this? Agent idiot, take the pliers.
How's it going, Jeff?
No news is good news, Agent.
This game is good. Again. Let's steal his car. Day 4. Apparently, that was the end of day, the day.
I should have examined this sample from the museum.
Yeah, you never gave me the chance, so... I will do it now.
Looks like the museum was spreading more than just knowledge. I want to search the entire museum. The chief could help with the search warrant. Hey, Ruth. Chief around?
Nope. And before you ask, I've no idea when he'll be back.
Ah. Hey, you've known him longer than I have. You think he's happy with my work?
I'm sure he is, honey. Just don't count on him to actually say it.
Huh. So how long have you known him?
Oh, only a few months. He was in the Chicago office before.
You know his family or anything?
No, he lost his wife not long before I started here. He's only just gotten over it, really. Organizing this office helped him a lot. But from what I gather, he's not the same man.
Explain. Yeah, I agree. The graphics and backgrounds and all that look pretty good.
I'm wondering what the link is between all the victims. Tatum's death doesn't follow the pattern. They were all wealthy, respectable, educated men.
And Tatum?
He was a bum.
We'll check the precinct's files on vagrancy busts and drifters. You never know.
Well, I'll be. Tatum had a diploma from New York University.
Maybe it was fake. Like one of those online ones.
I don't think it was. He kept it rolled up in an old champagne bottle.
Aha, so there's the connection then.
They were all alcoholics?
No, the education. Whatever happened to him, Tatum was at least a well-educated man.
Right. And you know what else? All these guys were graduates of the same university.
Were they more or less the same age? Maybe they studied together.
Ruth, genius. Maybe there's something to this. I'm going down to the NYU library on East 84th to check it out.
Let's go to the library. Yeah. You gotta wonder, how about Tex Murphy, that Tex Murphy game? I feel like that one was kind of awful too. And yet they made how many more? How many more Tex Murphy games are there? Like 5 more?
Respectable walls and a respectable library.
I was not a fan of the first Tex Murphy game. Like if I played that and I saw a second one, I'd be like, no thanks. I can go this way. To the back. Microfilm room door. To the back. Let's go to the back. There are very few adventure game flight sim crossovers. That is true. Hey, it's a mop. That is a really big fire extinguisher. Like, that thing is huge.
So what's the librarian using if she doesn't have her glasses? Good morning, ma'am.
Or rather, good evening. Do you have a library card or university ID?
How's this?
Oh, I say. And what brings the FBI to us today?
Well, I'm trying to find out about some former students from, say, 1982 to 1986. I thought perhaps there'd be some papers or records.
And all that today? I think you'd be here all week looking that lot up.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with something that would list students' names for that period.
Yearbooks, then. Do you know what?
Yeah?
I'll have to close the reading room in a few minutes. I'm all alone here, you know.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm conducting an investigation here.
I was expecting a butt, young lady. Don't worry, I'll stay and help you.
Yes?
Yes, indeed. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes, I'm all by my lonesome here.
Yes, I noticed.
I've been working in this library for 30 years, you know. I retired 5 years ago.
Oh, so you came back because you couldn't live without the books, right?
And do you know who my replacement is? My niece. She's at the librarians' conference in Europe.
Okay.
You raised your own successor. Well done. Anyway, to get back to the yearbooks.
Yes, indeed. Now then, the university authorities are very fond of statistics, you know.
Ah, paperwork?
Right. Now then, if you bring me the books you want, I can catalog them and make the necessary statistical records.
She probably did wear an onion on her belt. I'll agree with that, Gregory.
Maybe you could point me in the right direction.
Over there, on the shelves, left of the doors. They're the yearbooks.
Here? Wait, here? 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 Here. Left of the door, that's here. Yearbooks. Yearbooks, 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 yearbooks. Yearbooks. Oh, ah, ah!
I hope Jessica Fletcher there will help me.
There you go.
Here they are.
What is it exactly you're hoping to find in them?
Anything I can about 4 or 5 of your old students.
I see. And what are their names?
Well, Joel Tatum, Andrew Haig, Henry Fairbanks, John Rudolph, and Mark Chestham.
Oh, hold your horses there, sweetie. Okay, let's start with Tatum. Here's the index. And here he is, page 226. Now then, where are those other boys? Seems all their entries refer to page 226. Let's have a look there.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Oh, don't thank me too soon. This page has been torn out. Look, see?
Oh my god, is this Scooby-Doo or what?
Those meddling kids get worse with every generation. But I'll catch the little buggers, oh yes.
Stupid kids!
Are there any copies, microfilms, and so on?
Microfilms? Why, yes. Although the newer things are being scanned now, you know.
Uh-huh. Do you think I could have a look at the microfilm for this page?
Not today, sweetie. I'm too tired now. Come back tomorrow. My niece will be back then. She's much better with the technical things.
Listen, ma'am, someone else may die today, and it's possible that that microfilm contains something I can use to stop anyone else from being hurt.
Yes, well, when you put it like that. Shocking, quite shocking. Well, I should leave now if I'm going to catch my bus. But there's one later on, too. I could always take that one instead. All right then, sweetie. I'll help you. Okay, FBI. You convinced me.
My name's FBI, that's
Terrific.
right.
Thank you so much. Now, where are the microfilms? I'll try to find them the old-fashioned way.
You'd be better off playing the lottery. Higher chances.
Needle in a haystack, huh?
The microfilm room is there on the right. Wait, from here I can unlock all the drawers.
Sorry, there's a whole room full of microfilm?
Of course.
Sorry.
Of course.
Okay, I guess I need to go to the microfilm room. Which is here. Oh no.
Ah, screw it. There's more celluloid here than in George Lucas's garage. Ah,
Okay. Wait, she couldn't just tell. This is so dumb.
You're right. I won't find anything this way.
Never mind. In the meantime, I found the catalog number. It's 01-044-86.
Thanks. It took like, what, a minute? I could have just waited a minute. What was it?
0104486. The numbers here are totally different. Where'd she get this from?
Wait. 01 0104418. Yeah, these aren't the same numbers at all. This one has 86. Okay, well, this isn't gonna work. That looked like it ended in 86.
04486.
Do I go talk to her again? Maybe, I don't know.
I'm sorry, there seems to be a problem. The microfilms in there have a totally different format.
Well, I did tell you to come back tomorrow and talk to my niece.
May I call her?
She's probably halfway over the Atlantic right now. I doubt she'd have her mobile switched on.
Well, do you know why the numbers are different?
Well, it all changed in recent years, but it's hard to implement new systems like that. A few items always get left out, and I don't know how to convert the old catalog numbers.
Okay, perhaps we can work it out together. What did the numbers in the old system represent?
Well, that's easy. The first 2 digits were the catalog section, the next 3 were the number of a specific item, and the last 2 were the year.
I see.
Now, new catalog numbers contain additional information, and the 2-digit year numbers are now the full 4.
So the new catalog numbers would be like 01044 1986?
Well, the item number is now a 4-digit code, so in our case, it'd probably be 0044, and the 01 would be 001 for sure. Whew. Guess I knew more than I thought I did.
Guess so. Okay, let me look real quick for that microfilm now.
Yeah, she definitely wore an onion on her belt. I have no doubt about that. And probably back in her day, I had the right drawer even. No, I didn't. Well, I'm closer. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there's only 6 drawers. Not in there, apparently. Maybe we should all wear onions on our belts. I mean, eventually I'll find it. Yet another trial and error thing. Yay. Oh, I think I found it.
It's been hiding in this drawer for far too long. Let's see what secrets it holds.
Secrets. Secrets! Wait, where, how do I use it? How do I use it? Oh, I probably have to tell the librarian I found it or something stupid like that.
Guess what? I found the microfilm.
Oh, you did? Wonderful. You can pop it in the reader over on the other side of the reading room.
Oh.
You can pop it in.
Okay, I assumed that
So I tied an onion to my belt, which was the style at the time.
Where? What reader? Where? I don't see what you're talking about, game. Oh, here. Oh, this thing. I think. Oh, yeah.
How about I try it one more time, but do it just a little differently? Forget about it.
Okay.
The reel may yet come in handy.
Oh, I see.
I managed to wind the...
Put it on the reel. Has anybody ever used one of these before? There's microfilm and there's microfiche. I remember looking at like old magazines and stuff. How do I make it focus? Focus.
The image is terrible. Ah, no lens. The image is terrible. Ah, no lens. The image is terrible.
All right.
I haven't been to an ophthalmologist for a while.
Wish I can give these to her.
You found them, too. And I looked for so long. You're a regular Miss Marple.
Is that the only machine?
At the moment, yes. The others are being repaired. Is there something wrong with that one?
The optics are broken. No focal lens.
Oh, well, I really don't know how to help you there.
You mean the focal lens from the microfilm reader?
I have no idea what it is. See if you can tell. Here you are. You can pop it in the reader. Oh.
Wait, what just happened? Oh. So she took a focal lens out of the reader so she could read stuff? Wow. Wow. Just wow.
Forget about it. They don't fit. Only without...
Where do I put it? Oh, there. Oh, look, I can read it now.
Finally, now the text is clear. NYU students to follow in the footprints of conquistadors. Amazon expedition underway. NYU Professor of Archaeology Dr. Samuel Dickinson is leading an expedition into the Amazon rainforest. Their itinerary recreates the journeys of the Spanish explorers of the 16th and 17th centuries. While the party's goal is the last of the great Incan treasures, the fabled hoard of Tupac Amaru, can the professor achieve what the conquistadors did not? Will he find the legendary city of Acacor, treasure vault of an entire empire, the once mighty Incas? The team, who has already left for Peru, consists mostly of NYU students. List of participants in Professor Dickinson's expedition. Samuel Dickinson, Professor of Pre-Columbian Archaeology at NYU, Expedition Leader. Alice Dickinson, the professor's daughter, student. William Warren, assistant to the professor. Andrew Haig, student, team doctor. Henry Fairbanks, student, technician. Mark Chestham, student. Joel Tatum, student. John Rudolph, student. Alan Branford, student. Noel Roche, student. So all the victims were part of the expedition. Fairbanks, Haig, Chestham, Rudolph, and Tatum. Finally, we got ourselves a fact. There's something here about the aftermath, too. Tragedy in the jungle. Our university community has lost an outstanding colleague and teacher, Professor of Archaeology, Dr. Samuel Dickinson. His scientific and social achievements are writ large across the history of our university. He was last seen heading a scientific expedition to Peru to find the legendary Incan treasure vaults left behind after the conquistadors' invasion. In the course of the expedition, the professor, his daughter Alice, and fellow student Noel Roche all went missing. Roche's body was found later in the jungle. He had been killed by native Indians. Despite valiant attempts by the other members of the expedition, led by Professor Dickinson's assistant William Warren, Dickinson and his daughter were never found. In the face of the Indian threat and increasingly difficult weather conditions, the remaining party members chose to withdraw. According to Mr. Warren, the chances of finding the professor alive are virtually nil. We believe, though, that the professor and his students will live on in our university's history. Peace in their memory. Warren. He's the linchpin of this whole story. It's just him and Branford now. Now, are they both potential victims, or is one of them the murderer? Maybe they're in it together. Or maybe the murderer is someone not on the list. And where's the irrefutable proof that Haquero killed Fairbanks? Are there two murderers at work here? Anyway, let's copy the list of participants. Maybe I can get out of here finally.
All right.
You can pop it in the reader over on the other side of the reading room. You can pop.
Okay. Do I have to click? Do I have to do more stuff? Am I not done here?
Let's see this list again. Must be a link between the
Oh, there's
expedition
more
20
stuff.
years ago and the crimes now. Only thing this list connects is the victims with each other. Can we really explain the murders as a result of the events of the past? Why didn't Branford or Warren say anything about knowing the victims? That's fishy. What's stopping them from revealing information that could save their lives? Only if one or both of them were directly involved in the killings would it make sense to do so. We'll have to check their alibis again. Anyway, all the clues lead to Warren at the moment. Drugs, Haquero, expeditions in the jungle. We must start from the expedition. That's where the fuse was lit. The drugs thing is probably incidental. Don't want to get too hung up on that. NYU students to follow in the NYU while the professor will the once the team list of Samuel, Alice,
Right.
William, Andrew, Henry, Mark, Joel,
We
John,
already
Noel,
did that.
Sobine.
Okay.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I've got everything I need now.
May I go home then?
Certainly, but if you'll just bear with me a second. Federal Agent Nicole Bonnet, FBI. I need a patrol car to the library on East 84th. It's for an expert witness in a case I'm investigating. I'll need her driven home safely. Thank you. Okay, ma'am. A policeman will be along in 5 minutes to give you a ride home. Thank you very much for your time. You've been a tremendous help.
Not at all. It was quite exciting, actually.
Exciting, like wearing an onion on your belt.
So I tied an onion to my belt, which was the style at the time.
It's night. It's night. I don't think it was night when we first got here. Let's go back here. Look, he's gone. What if he got fired? Let's look for Warren. If I were Warren, I'd be in here. Oh, what do you know? He is.
Agent Bonnet. Hear about that knife business again? Agent... It's getting a bit old now, don't you think?
Why didn't you say anything about the expedition?
They were tragic events. Best forgotten.
Well, start remembering, because my serial killer is tied into them somehow.
Really? What an idea.
Yes, I also think that you hindered the investigation by withholding important information.
Well now, I can see you're here on business.
I'm always here on business. Don't you know the victims are all on a list?
Well, it's possible, I suppose.
It's possible, but you and Brantford could be on that list. Aren't you afraid?
What good would fear do? Understand, I settled up with my conscience long ago.
When? When Fairbanks was killed? Or only after Tatum was?
You think it's so easy? And you, little girl, hiding behind an FBI badge, do you think about all the people slaughtered somewhere in the cold and dark without your knowing?
Yes, and I hate it. I wake up mornings thinking that today someone else will die, and I can't stop it. Now it's even worse. I know who's gonna die.
Not all of them will.
Yeah?
Juan Alvarado, an archaeologist living in Cusco. He didn't join us until Peru.
Juan Alvarado? You keep in touch with him?
Not really.
Were there other people involved in the expedition?
Yes, Vaquero.
Go on.
Vaquero was a local grave robber, an amateur. He appeared when we were totally devastated and on the retreat, offering his help.
And?
And then he demanded an outrageous payment, and we parted ways with great ill will. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an important call to make. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an important call to make.
Important call to your accomplice or something. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing. I'll just leave, I guess. I don't know. Ah. Who's this guy?
It's good we met. Are you waiting for Warren?
We're going out, although I'd prefer to go with you to the concert.
Well, maybe when I finish this case.
I can hardly wait.
What a weirdo.
I found out a little more about the Peruvian expedition 20 years ago. Do you, keep in touch with Mr. Alvarado?
No, not for a very long time, but we used to be friends. Why is he of interest to you?
The murders are all occurring within a specific group of people, and Alvarado's part of it.
Yes. Yes, he is. Do you think he could be the murderer?
Well, I don't have any proof to that end.
Do you think then that it's a Koga Pachiros Indian curse?
No.
Neither do I, but if our murderer was on this expedition, and if it's neither Warren nor myself, then it must be Alvarado?
Why should I suspect a man who lives in Peru of murdering people in New York?
Alvarado was in town at the same time, of course.
What? In New York City? Are you sure?
He called me. I was frightened he was trying to track me down.
Do you know where he is now?
He left a message that he was returning home, back to Peru. I hope it's true.
We'll look into it. Do you have his address?
Well, he sent me a letter postmarked in Manhattan. Had a photo of his house in Cusco in it with the address and a note. I showed it to Warren this morning.
Could I see it, please?
Well, here's the thing. There was a bit of a mess in the museum this morning. They were cleaning the showpieces that hang from the ceiling, and I had to literally push my way through between them. It must have been squeezed out of my pocket then.
Right. I'll find it. Look, if anything suspicious happens, you call me straight away.
Yeah.
Okay? Please.
Yeah. Call me straight away. Why am I flirting with that guy? What am I doing?
Ruth? Nicole.
Yes?
I need you to check South American flights out of the country in the last 5 days. Looking for a Juan Alvarado, archaeology professor, flying to Cusco, Peru.
Okay, I'll get right on it.
Thanks, Ruth.
Thanks, Ruth. I'm back, buddy.
Mr. Brantford's waiting for you outside.
Thank you. I'll be leaving now. You're staying here?
This pavilion is such a magical place.
You sound just like Alan. But I'm glad. It's a good thing.
Creating something like that must require so much talent.
And 20 years of hard work.
And one day, Hakero arrived and wanted to destroy all this.
This again, eh? No, in the beginning he even seemed friendly.
And then, he wanted to destroy your reputation, and you couldn't get rid of him. So he blackmailed you?
What makes you think that?
I found traces of a drug stash down there.
Such a dirtbag. He defiled everything with his dirty little hands.
So he came here to demand his blackmail money?
You know, during the expedition, we found a couple of shells of insignificant value and some old Spanish coins. Back then, we were young and stupid. We invited tragedy. When the rain started and we realized we wouldn't be able to find the professor, we just wanted to get home as fast as we could. And Vaquero said that because of the diggings, we would have to negotiate with corrupt pen pushers for weeks.
He helped you smuggle items out?
Yes. Oh, they were objects of little significance, and I soon forgot about them.
Did he also smuggle drugs inside exhibition pieces?
No, never. He pushed me to, but I never allowed it.
Did he pressure the others too?
I thought that he murdered them to get at me.
Why didn't you inform the authorities?
What are you talking about? I spoke to your man Chaser about the whole thing.
Chaser, yes, of course. Did you find the legendary city in the end?
Akakor? Well, we thought so, back then. But we couldn't go back again. It all seems like a dream now.
Last thing, are you sure you
What?
don't want protection?
Thank you, no. This place is swarming with police. Now, if you'll excuse me,
You already said that. Did you not make your call already, nerd? Man, he's such a nerd. Oh, we need to find that letter. Letter.
Nerd!
There it is. Well, there's something. I don't know if it's a letter, but it's definitely
Here,
something.
an antique house in Cusco. Hence the dedication.
Yep, there it is. Wow, it was like right on the floor. Couldn't miss it.
Nicole?
Yeah, hi Ruth.
Alvarado left the country already. Hopped a flight to Peru.
Uh-huh, that's great, thanks. Listen, is the chief there?
Not at the moment.
You know what? Book me 2 tickets on the next plane to Cusco, Peru. Visas for me and Nick, and a hotel.
Be cheaper if you share a room.
Leave me alone.
Does Nick know about all this?
Not yet. I'll call him now.
Okay.
Thanks, Ruth.
Please leave a message after the beep.
Nick, we're going to Peru with this serial killer thing. Call me or Ruth back ASAP. Don't let me down on this.
Yeah, because otherwise you're like paying for the tickets. Right? Alright. I need to take, I'm out of water. I need to take a break soon. I'm hoping we can get through the day. You know, I'm interested in the story of the game, even though, like, almost everything about this game is bad. The story and the graphics aren't, like, awful.
Okay, everything's arranged.
Thanks. Has Nick called in yet?
No.
Is the chief back?
Yes, he's in.
Shall we? I've got a major update on the investigation.
I'm all ears.
I've established a few facts. All the victims were part of an academic expedition to the Amazon over 20 years ago. Professor Dickinson, his daughter, and another student named Noel Richet all tragically died during the expedition. Our friend Hakero helped evacuate the survivors. He also helped them smuggle some minor artifacts out. Of the entire expedition, the only currently living survivors are Warren, Branford, and Alvarado, who is now an archaeology professor living in Cusco, Peru. All are potential victims, and all are potential killers.
Why?
Well, I don't have any real strong evidence yet, but all my leads come back to the expedition.
So something happened down there that 20 years later is causing our wannabe Quartermains to rip each other's guts out.
Looks that way. I just don't know what the something is. So I'm gonna fly down to Cusco and talk with this Alvarado character.
I can't authorize that. They won't let me. It's about 4 countries outside our jurisdiction.
Look, if he's not the murderer, he might open up to me. I've got a picture with a dedication he made for Branford.
Can I see it? Well, well.
So maybe I'll find out what their little rumble in the jungle was. But if Alvarado is the doer...
Then he had to have been up here for the last few weeks.
And so he was.
Shit, this is getting more and more iffy. Well, we can ask the Peruvian police to do the interrogation.
I've got the feeling I'll have to go and do it in person.
Forget about feelings. We're dealing in facts. Did you do the psychological portrait?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Our killer has a thing for middle-aged, physically fit males. He's of a similar class and income as his victims, except for Tatum. Not sure why he got hit. So, let's say he isn't an acquaintance. Then he's most likely in a position of public trust. Something he can use to get close to his targets. Policeman or priest, the usual candidates. Even someone like yourself, Chief, or our pal Branford. As for motivation, I reject the ritual aspect. It's a cool gag, but ultimately just handy window dressing. However, the antique gold coins left with the bodies? That's a clear attempt at communication. Or the whole thing could just be Warren stripping down to a loincloth and slaughtering his old buddies.
Warren in a loincloth? Nah.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Warren, I wasn't aware he'd asked you for help, Chief.
Well, Nick was dealing with this case. He should have told you.
Warren admitted to me that they'd smuggled out some minor artifacts. Did he say anything like that to you?
No, he was very careful with his words. And anyway, it was only a brief chat on the phone.
Maybe the stuff they smuggled out wasn't so minor.
So they found some really big treasure down there. Someone got stiffed at the share out. And this is a 20-year late reminder?
20 years is a good amount of time for a prison sentence.
So he did 20 because he was framed. Well, that's a revenge motive. But what was he framed for?
We won't know until I go down there.
You're not going anywhere yet, Bonnet. Such a trip has to be well planned.
There's no time for that. We hang around with this, and who knows how bad this is gonna get.
You won't save anyone like this.
Listen to me. Listen, you can laugh, but I see a jungle city in my dreams. And at the top of these massive stone steps is a sacrificial altar. And the murderer's there, and he's gonna turn around any second. And when he does, pow!
Oh, for crying out loud, she's giving me dreams now. Go home, sleep. I'm giving you 1 day off. Make the most of it.
Chief!
Don't chief me, just get out of here. Jesus Christ. Bonnets, I'm too busy. All right.
What's up with the chief? I feel like the chief is acting very suspicious.
So, you flying?
You
You know what, Nicole? Dollars to donuts, Nick will be late for his flight.
Can't we just medicate him and wake him when he's needed?
Send him the address of some dusky cafe in Cusco. Maybe he'll drop by for a coffee.
Huh. Look, just make sure he gets everything he needs for the investigation.
Don't worry. I'll staple the notes to his head if I have to.
You working late?
Yeah. I think I'll end up mummified here and put on display for future generations of secretaries.
I promise I'll dust you. See you soon anyway.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget the postcard.
I won't. See you, Ruthie. I made a real ass of myself.
I did? When? Oh, that was Dark Star, wasn't it? Dark Star.
What the hell am I doing? Chief will can me if I take off down there. Be the shortest career in FBI history. Let it go. A man can only die once. Get packing anyway. Your destination awaits.
I guess I'm going.